So this afternoon, there's a Twitter account named WrestleVotes who tweeted out some news that had, or put out a tweet that had a lot of people anxious. They said, quote, "Seems like the first real shot has been fired. Source says AEW has made an outstanding offer to a current big-time WWE superstar, an offer that is almost too good to turn down. Things are about to get interesting," end quote. Now, they did not reveal the name, and I know who the name is. Now, before I get into this, I am not saying this person was offered an AEW deal. I'm not saying that happened because I don't know if that happened. In fact, I asked people in AEW about this, and I was told, we are not tampering. We are not doing that. Our approach is, let's see, fresh and independent is the goal for the majority of our recruitment. What you're likely seeing is a particular agent trying to leverage more money out of WWE by possibly planting shit like this. What I was told this afternoon was that Randy Orton has been openly discussing his willingness to speak with All Elite Wrestling.
That
I didn't see that. That was not a name.
That's not something that I would have seen come. That guy's a lifer if there ever was one.
So somebody asked me, they're like, "Hey, who do you think it is?" And they knew the name that was being mentioned. And I said, I don't know, maybe Nakamura. This is me guessing.
Right.
And they said, no, it's bigger. And I'm thinking, well, it's the only two people that I would consider bigger on that brand were AJ and Daniel Bryan. And the reason why I thought that was because why would Randy Orton even be in that conversation? Why would that even be mentioned? Well, it's because, quite frankly, Randy don't give a fuck.
No, Randy doesn't.
Now, I'm not saying that he's gotten an offer. I'm not saying that he's talked to them. I'm saying that people backstage have said, and I heard it from a source, and it's the same source that has given me so much good news of late. And then it was subsequently confirmed with like 2 or 3 other people that he's just been like, yeah, I'd talk to him. Why not?
Because he's Randy. Yeah, sure.
He's Randy.
Yeah. Yeah. Listen, I mean, I have not made any secret about my feelings about this version of Randy Orton for the past few years on the podcast. I think that he's a finisher. I think that he was an incredibly dynamic performer for many, many years. I feel like because Randy don't give a fuck, that's kind of the way he wrestles a lot of his matches. Like, just whatever, I don't really care. Whatever, and that kind of rubs off. I feel like it's kind of it comes off as being that. But it would certainly be a huge coup for anyone to draw him away from WWE. I mean, that guy, like, you feel like he feels like the guy who the second he walks out gets inducted to the Hall of Fame. Like he's sure. I mean, it's him and Cena. Like that's it. Like and like Lesnar left for a while. Like this guy's been with WWE since the beginning. Since his beginning, it's just been them. And it would be crazy to think of him anywhere else. It really is kind of a shock.
Now, normally I'd look at something like this and say, well, what can he bring? Well, he can bring a lot of people that their roster right now doesn't target.
Yep.
And I mean, that's the thing. That's the thing you really have to think about is that if he were to make that move, and let me reiterate again, the only thing I said was that he has openly discussed his willingness to speak with them. Not that there was an offer. Not that he got an offer. Not that AEW has approached him. AEW very, very clearly stated to me, we are not going to tamper.
Yep.
Now, what tamper is, or I don't have a copy of Randy's contract. I don't have a copy of standard WWE contracts and how that will play. I mean, WWE has had some issues where MLW had to kind of be like, hey guys, how about you piss off talking to our guys that we're bringing in, type of thing. But that's what I heard. And that was a shocker. That was surprising. And just before I went on the air, I had another person confirm it with me who was backstage in Phoenix for quite a bit of stuff. It's just not something that I envisioned. That's pretty wild.